Lee Green had a question?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Adamick, I have kind of, my questions have conflicting objectives. You know, I want to have open government, and I'm talking specifically of open records requests. And, you know, I want our government, your office, to be open, transparent to the public, and easy to deal with.
Absolutely.
I think sometimes in the county we get a little bit of a runaround on the open records requests. But where that ties into electronic versions of documents in the county, what you're talking about, these third-party vendors and so on, you know, they want to do the service for you for free but charge a fee to us. My concern is twofold. One is that the documents are no longer resident on a server in our county, which is where they belong. They might be in
That's
India.
correct.
India
You've got
or
that
something.
right. That's
Second is
absolutely
what measures are taken to protect the identifying information.
I'm so glad you said
Okay,
that.
okay. So
Because
that's kind of a ball of concern there.
When
I
we-
feel we need more openness, but we need to protect.
Amen. We started when the Social Security numbers came out, with dealing with Social Security numbers. Folks, we have divorces, we have child protective cases, we have the criminal cases that have identifiers on it with our computers. And that you're absolutely correct about that. This is my whole thing with opening up. Do you notice I said indexes? Nothing in the case. I will not open up electronic images. You know why? Because those Social Security numbers are in there, and all those identifiers of where everybody goes. When I came into office, they had sent some divorce cases to TDC to have a microfilm. Well, guess what started happening? The inmates started contacting the women in the divorce cases. So they stopped that. They shut that down, and I had to completely try to retrieve all those divorce files. That's exactly why. And I only say indexes, I won't open up the images at all. No, simply to protect people. These are people's lives. I said these are serious cases,
And nothing will go, I mean, we'll always have the records here in the county.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's right. That's right, absolutely. They are backed up. Actually, we have the sources where our records are electronically backed up are first in our IT department, at the sheriff's department, and then there's in Montgomery, there's a place underground in Montgomery. I can't think of the name of that place, but our IT department backs up there. Gosh, where is that place? It's past
Secret.
Walden.
Secret.
Yes,
It's
yes.
West where the oil
Yeah.
company used to be. That was a World War II refuge.
I think you're right. You're absolutely correct. It was Chinese people had it. Yes, they did.
Oh, that bunker, the place
Yes,
on
the bunker.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that they have their hospital and everything. Well, they're underground, and our records are all backed up there from our IT department. But that is really, I've hesitated to, the online services, yes, we need the indexes. I'm not saying that we don't need that. My priority hasn't been that. I'm not going to save a whole lot of money or whatever on those indexes. I want them online, I do. I think they need to be online. But, and I've had a request in, I want them online, but electronic jury we've been fighting for. And it has been worth every dime of it, every dime of it. With electronic jury, you can go online, qualify online, they assign you to your court. The case settles the Friday before. The coordinator emails you and says you don't have to come in. It saves you gasoline, your time. Yes, your employment, and in the county, it saves the county $10 per person. So it's a big savings, and I knew it was going to be. So that's what I've really been behind working toward. And again, our IT department cannot do everything for every office in the county, so you just have to get in line.
Yeah, I believe, Brian, you have a question?
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to, you talked about this passport. So if I got a passport a while ago, I went and got a picture made, went to the post office, paid them a fee. Is yours basically the same thing?
That's it. That's it.
So what makes that function a job of your office, and what do you think, I guess I'm looking for, what do you think about people being responsible for their own services versus the government providing services? Or making money? There's two issues. One is just providing services for free, and one is government taking over a service that the private industry should service.
tell you what, we went to a conference several years ago and they said, guess what, district clerks? We are now allowed to have passport offices. And you'll make, I think we bring in $30 per passport, and that's the fee that you have to pay for a passport. And so it's a great revenue for the county, so why not do it? I mean, that was my thinking on it. Are you thinking government shouldn't be doing it? Is that what you're saying, post offices should be, or is that, or, I mean, is that, am I understanding you correctly?
I'm just trying to get your thoughts on it. I understand.
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very pro passports. Oh, yes,
And on
absolutely.
the issue of,
Yeah.
this is a little bit different, it may not be in your jurisdiction, but I'd like to hear your
Mhm.
thoughts. Electronic voting versus paper voting.
You want my thoughts on that? That's not in my area.
You can pass if you want to, if there's other questions.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really not gonna try to address it.
Okay, we have some other questions?
This lady right in the back. Yes, ma'am.
And your priorities, if you're reelected, you mentioned the 1800 Republic of Texas files. Could you explain more what that is?
Well, we're preserving them. Those files, literally, they're so old, we keep them in fireproof file cabinets, and we try not to handle them any more than we can, because we've learned that oil is a real deterrent to paper, and especially this old, these files were folded. They used to, the old files, the lawsuits were in a little folded packet, and all the papers were folded up. Well, the more you open those files, the more they're starting to crumple. People wanting to look at them. So we tried, I bought a scanner that was supposed to be a real in-depth scanner, but then what we had to do is buy sleeves to put them in, and then put them on the copier, make a copy of them, and then run them through the scanner. Well, I was really getting nervous about them because sometimes scanners will catch, and I don't want to ruin them. So there, we've received a federal grant. We've worked on that for 3 years, the grant. They deny it, we reapply, deny it, reapply. We finally got a $6,000 grant to begin preserving them. They will come in and put, is my time on?
No. Well, we're running a little close. If we
Okay,
can,
okay.
let's see if we can get one more question. And Adrian, I believe you have
Well,
one
thank
more.
you.
If we can make it.
There's an organisation, I can't think, I think it's the Texas Association of Counties, is a salary survey they do one every year. And look, I saw one from 2007 that showed, it shows you the Commissioner's Court and all the positions like your own. And you can sort it different ways, but it showed that 4 comparable sized counties, Fort Bend, Williamson County, I can't think of another one that was around the 500,000, 400,000 range. A lot of the positions, and I can't remember if yours was one of them, but the Commissioner's Court certainly was, the sheriff, those officers were about 30% ahead, meaning Williamson County commissioners were making 100,000, our commissioners are making 130, our sheriff's making 130, our auditors making 100 versus 80,000 elsewhere, similar size. What's your view on this, approach to salary increases for our public officers, and who should decide these things?
You know something, I'm not sure what I make.
You're not
I
sure?
don't worry about no, I know, but I don't, it's something I've never worried about.
Mhm.
I used to say when it came raise time, everybody, what'd you get, what'd you get? And I go, I don't even worry about it. I just work, and I really don't worry about the salaries. So I think we do comparison studies with Fort Bend, and I know Fort Bend, Galveston County, and I believe Missouri are the comparison counties that they compare to. All right, but you're asking me, should, who do I
Why
think
should
should set our
these guys
salary?
be making more than comparable counties?
And I don't know that they are, and I don't know if they should or shouldn't. I don't know. I really don't. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, but I
Well,
don't.
thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're very
I'm
welcome.
sure you have answers that could illuminate us for another hour, but we have some
Okay.
candidates waiting, and again, we appreciate you showing up tonight.
Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all.